Deborah. 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 Deborah.
Deborah.
Deborah.
I'm in the ice caps, Deborah. All the ice is melting, Deborah. Deborah.
I thought this was gonna be my meal ticket forever, Deborah.
Deborah. I'm sure he's still making money on that flick.
I'm sure he's still getting a lot of money.
Welcome to You Love to See It, a movie podcast about where we watch movies and we talk about them. This week we're talking about Ice Age.
We're talking about Ray Romano. How much do you think Ray Romano's worth? Let us know what you think at home.
I'm going to say that famouscelebrities.com or .net or whatever says that Ray Romano is worth $300 million.
$300 million. That feels high to me. That feels Ray Romano.
They made so many Ice Age movies.
Well, yeah, and also everybody loves Raymond. I mean, that's a big deal. Wow. You know, I'm gonna give it to you. $200 million.
That's good for Raymond.
Good for Raymond.
Good for Raymond.
Good for Raymond. I didn't know he was the highest paid television actor in history at the time. Everybody loves Raymond. Hey, I'm sorry. Hi, welcome to VGB's, the VGB's podcast. This is episode 61. I'm John Warren. With me is my forever co-host, Nikki Grayson.
Deborah.
Deborah. How are you? I went back to work this week into an office and
boy, are your arms tired.
Boy, are my arms tired. You know, it's like you just like sometimes you leave and you go like, God, we spent all day solving a problem that doesn't matter at all. You know what I mean? Like we all ran around with our with panic in our souls. Mm-hmm. And the second you step outside, you're like, oh man, none of that mattered, huh?
That's because there are 4 jobs that matter.
Yeah.
But that's
what are they?
Doctor.
Go ahead. Doctor. Okay.
Pilot.
Okay.
Firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
Chef.
Okay.
Person to prepare food. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's a 5th one, garment maker. We need people to make clothes. Trash. Okay. That's another one.
So 6.
So it seems like there may be a lot of important jobs, but it's not any of the shit we do.
But it's not that we do.
No. Very
crucially, maybe there are more important jobs than there are unimportant jobs, but we have
unimportant.
And I certainly have.
Yeah.
An unimportant job.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But right. Still tired nonetheless, spending all day fixing problems that no one will ever know about. But you know who didn't have a problem? Ray Romano, becoming the highest paid actor in 2004, making $1.94 million an episode. And it jumped to $1.75. Oh, what's her name?
Leah Remini?
No.
Is that King of Queens?
That's King of Queens. Oh. That's King of Queens. It's Patricia Heaton. That's right. Patricia Heaton pay per episode pay.
Gonna be $800,000.
Whoa. Okay. What do you think? So Ray was making 1.94. Wait. Hold on. Wait. He was making 1.94 million an episode in the final season. What was Patricia Heaton making per episode in the same?
Can I get what Brad Garrett was making? Is that listed? Just so I can have some, a frame.
Almost certainly. What's that?
Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett per episode. Okay. It is 200. Well, hold on. During the same season as Ray was getting 1.94. Brad Garrett was getting $250,000 an episode. Which by the way, still fucking insane.
Yeah, no, that's still a quarter of $250,000
insane
for a day's work
per episode for 24 episodes. Yeah, that's absolutely fucking absurd.
I'm gonna say that Patricia Heaton was making like $300,000.
She was making $450,000.
Yeah. Which,
again,
that's good money.
That's really good money.
That's good money if you can get it.
Really,
stand next to Ray Romano.
Really good money. They had I don't remember any of this because I didn't care about network television in the mid 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, when I arguably when I should have cared about it the most,
yeah,
because it was interesting. She actually called in sick to production as a protest of Ray getting that much money and no one else getting that much money.
That's real.
So solidarity. I think she's like kind of a right wing sicko. Solidarity?
Question mark.
Patricia Heaton.
I mean, I don't know. Some people with bad ideas should get also paid if you're doing the same.
Oh, no. I wasn't saying that. I was just saying like, I don't need to hand it to her that.
Oh,
for sure,
I mean? for sure. We just need to acknowledge that there are hands, Correct. Don't have to give them to her.
Yeah. Oh, she was. That's really funny. She was really into trying to keep Terri Schiavo alive. Like
who?
Terri Schiavo, the lady who the right to die case. She was in an irreversible vegetative state. There was a right to die kind of thing
in Oregon.
Was it? No,
Florida.
Pennsylvania. Florida.
I have never heard of this person before.
Really?
In my whole
life. Wow.
Well, all this shit happened to her when 5 years before I was born.
Yeah, you were well. I mean, none of us knew about Terri Schiavo in 1990. Oh. It's just that we knew about her in 2005 when her husband was like, she wants to die. Uh-huh. And like, she would not have wanted to just be like this for so long. She doesn't really have a life. And then basically everyone was like, no, you've got to keep this woman alive.
But isn't the whole thing, it's just because she didn't fill out the paperwork? On account of that, she wasn't probably expecting to have the heart attack at 26.
No, at 26, she wasn't expecting to have a heart attack. She did not fill it.
Seems like a bummer, John.
This case totally a bummer.
Seems like a bummer.
Front to back, top
to bottom. Seems like a bummer.
I'm gonna go to Mim Bam Live and immediately ask about Terri Schiavo. Hey brothers. Can y'all weigh in on the Terri Schiavo case, please? And really dwell on the fact that she had cardiac arrest at 26 and what that means for our legal kind of advocacy for ourselves. And what would you recommend for everyone in here? Should we go make a living will right after the show? What do you think, everyone?
LegalZoom.com. Welcome to the money zone.
Welcome to the money zone.
That's crazy. Well,
yeah.
Fill out your paperwork or whatever.
Fill out your paperwork.
I don't know. Just write it down. You know what? Now. Just put a note in your phone. I think at this point, like it counts. Just put a note in your phone. Just DNR if you want that. So just one loose iPhone note that says DNR.
DNR. That's it. That's it. No, that's not. Do not resuscitate. I mistyped DKB. It's DNR. Donkey Nong Renanza. No, that's not what that meant.
Oh man.
Well, hey, you went to an event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For this one, John, you're gonna have to ask me questions. I do have a notes document, but like, I don't think I told you information about the event that I cannot share, but I'm willing to talk a lot about this event because I have many opinions about it. Hey, should I get a different chair? I just kind of like looked at myself in the frame for the first time.
You are so low. Yeah. You do. You just kind of look like a child I found to answer questions about video games. Nikki is switching out their chair. Mm-hmm.
That's better.
There we go.
Hey. Yeah, ask me anything about the Battlefield 6 what I think their official wording is Battlefield 6 multiplayer reveal event 2025.
Battlefield 6 did have a multiplayer reveal event this week. Nikki went to it, and there was also a trailer that dropped today, Thursday, which you can go watch right now. It's about 2 minutes long. There's also some campaign stuff up as well, but the multiplayer is what the event was focused on. It was in Los Angeles, and Nikki went to it yesterday. Nikki, see, I'm vexed already by something. You said there are things that you can't talk about that you told me about yesterday, and I'm like,
yeah, mostly just like about people.
Oh, like specific people,
yeah, which is like which is prime podcast to be so clear. But I simply can't.
But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I just was like, what landmine am I? I wasn't going to ask about the people, but I'll ask about the thing. First of all, how was the event? Just like you said, you had to go out to El Segundo.
I had to go down to El Segundo, which honestly, for folks who don't know, El Segundo is the city that is on the other side of the airport. Mm-hmm. So like you go towards LAX. To approach LAX, most people are approaching LAX from the north. If you go underneath the airport, the only way to access El Segundo if you're not taking the highway is through a big tunnel that goes underneath the runways, which I thought about this yesterday is fucking crazy, right? Mm-hmm. They're just live runways, and then there's a tunnel that there are no guys at. Mm-hmm. 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 So that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's just nuts. But I think it is the side of the airport that they're not running regular commercial flights out of. I think that's like the private quote unquote wing of the airport. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was in El Segundo at this TV studio or this like production studio that it seems like they just do events there. When I was walking through,
which by the way, for those who've never been to Los Angeles, there are like 1,000.
A million in one of these. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This one just happens to be in El Segundo, adjacent to the Los Angeles Air Force Base, which I drove past also when I was riding in yesterday morning. And then I thought, like, it's crazy that there's an Air Force Base here. We don't have warplanes here. And then I was like, well, that's probably because it's all future computer shit, which is just scarier to me, I think. Or it is planes that are smaller than the planes that you and I understand, and they're just in bigger boxes hidden. Adjacent to the Air Force Base was this television studio. In the back, do you know Blippi? You know about Blippi?
Say more.
Is that guy's name?
I know Clippy.
No, Blippi. Hold on, I'm gonna put a photo of Blippi up on the screen. No, John, you can't look.
Oh, I know this guy.
But here's Blippi.
Yeah,
whatever. He's a children's TV host. They must.
Can I just tell you what the?
Yeah.
This is what, when you search for Blippi, it says cast, and there's like a list of people, and it'll say like their character name and who played them. It says Blippi, and then next to it is another picture of Blippi that says Clayton Grimm Blippi. So
they're replaced because they had to replace Blippi because the first Blippi took time off and also got revealed as having like scat porn on the computer.
Oh no.
Or something.
Blippi, no. Original porn. Blippi? No. Why did you do that, original Blippi?
Yeah. So this is a classic
Steven
Katie
John?
Notopoulos video post. Remember when BuzzFeed was a website that people worked at?
I do.
This headline, which honestly is the entire article. But it's kids YouTube star Blippi, quote, regrets the viral video in which he poops all over his friend.
Jesus.
So that's from 2019.
He poops all over his friend.
Yeah. Anyway, in the back, so I was walking towards the bathroom at one point, and towards the back, there was a big set, like leftover, like facade, what said Blippi's Funhouse or something.
Amazing.
Next to a big sign that said Battlefield 6. The event itself was unbelievably loud. Like one of the loudest ones I've ever been to, in a way that like I would actually argue is both unnecessary and particularly violent, actually.
Yeah, violent.
Because it didn't need to be like that. Yeah. But I am sound sensitive and I know that. So I was like, I had already mentally prepared myself, but there were people who I would describe as looking neurotypical, which is a joke I've told, obviously. Everyone understands. They seemed regular, and they were putting their fingers in their ears, which means that the thing is too loud.
It's too loud.
So it was too loud. They had spent quite a bit of money on a screen system that was exactly the same as the Overwatch League screen, but it was a screen that's like, it's a huge LED panel. There was a stage. Behind the stage, there was a huge LED panel. On the sides, the left and right, there was LED panels, and on the ceiling above us, the ceiling was not low, but it was further set down than the actual ceiling of the building because there was an LED screen up at the top. What that basically meant was that they could run, like they had the scenes from the maps in the game running on the side, so that they would come out and then they would be like, "Wow, welcome to Egypt," almost again exactly like the Overwatch League thing did. Then they would come out, and then the surroundings would change, and you would be looking at the video game in Egypt. And then every single time a person would say something, they would come through, and then they would bomb the location as the people were talking, which was just nuts. The mix was unbelievably bad. You couldn't hear them talking over any of the loud explosions that they were doing. Then they did I didn't watch the thing because I watched it in person yesterday, but I assume it was the same thing.
You were in the battlefield.
I was in the battlefield, but in the video, there are people sitting down in the video game space, but they're real in this scene. And then it got whatever. It doesn't matter. That part was the most like 2009 kind of thing that I feel like I've experienced in games in quite a while. So yeah, that was the event. There were 2 separate zones. There were streamers,
right,
and then the people they didn't care about but felt obligated to invite. The other side had like all the stars are here. Nade Shot, Tim the Toolman Taylor, or whatever the fuck that guy's name is, Golden Boy, like
the completionist's charity,
ye old like that cadre of white. We made money playing video games, being good at Call of Duty before Twitch. That category of streamers. Was on one side. They had their own security person. I know this because I went to go pee again down the same hall that it had the Blippi thing at the end of it. And a woman came up to me and was like, "Excuse me, you can't come in here." And I said, "I'm going to the bathroom. Actually, I'm not trying to get Nade Shot. I don't know like what you
I'm not going to jack Nade Shot off in the bathroom."
So there was
no matter how many times he asks everyone that comes into the bathroom.
On the other side was media and less important creators. It is the most like, they probably don't be talking about it, but like it is the most.
Who cares?
That's how I feel. It's the most like segregated one of these has ever felt to me. In a way where it's like, I know that they know that it is more valuable for them to have Nade Shot on his side of the room on a much more intricately designed visual set. It was like a multi-story.
Because he will Katamari up part of the 100 million that they need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
you won't,
and I won't. Right. Yeah. And
Min-Max won't.
Min-Max won't. Game Informer won't. Right.
Yeah.
But you still do need to have Game Informer and GameSpot and Min-Max. Like, you do still need to have those people there.
Right.
This is just the most naked it's ever been to me, where they were like, damn, we don't really care if you're here, but we do feel like we need to have you here.
Yep.
In order to do the coverage. So that was that.
Okay.
John Warren.
Yeah.
Do you remember Battlefield 3?
Not really.
Okay. What about Battlefield 4?
I do remember Battlefield 4.
Okay. Well, I have great news for you about Battlefield 6. Awesome.
What's that?
It's the same fucking game.
Oh,
in a way that
I did have fun playing Battlefield 4.
So here's the thing that I that is the needle that I think is going to be pretty difficult to thread, because the part of my brain that is like, what the fuck are any of us doing here?
Right.
Is yelling. But the part of me where I have to play the video game is like, damn, you know what? Battlefield is good. Like, it's a good one of these. The moment to moment in a Battlefield game is some of the most chaotic you can have in a first person shooter. Call of Duty has never gotten it right. There is not another first person shooter that does it the same way. You kind of get it when you play Halo Big Team Battle, but obviously nobody is playing Halo Big Team Battle.
Right. And
it doesn't have the same kind of like destruction and vehicle diversity and that kind of stuff that Battlefield does. This is... It's like they said, we are going to make another Battlefield 3 or another Battlefield 4. The question that I asked in the online, they did a Q&A section where we got a bunch of really bad questions. Again, because the pool of questions was both that creator class that was like, is that kind of person, the nade shots of them all. And then there were a bunch of actual journalists who have actual ideas and actual questions. And we scanned a QR code to ask the questions to the folks that were on stage, who were a smattering of important games people, but there was not a single lower third or indicator of who was on stage at any point. Couldn't really figure out what they were, who they were. It was 3 white men and 1 non-man, and they said maybe 20 words over the course of the 30-minute Q&A. Basically was shut out over the course of the Q&A, which I thought was interesting. And the question that I asked that never made it past the filter of getting approved I was like, to get sent to the iPad.
I saw the question that you said, because you sent it to me. You're like, guess what? It hasn't been approved yet. And I guess in my naive brain, I was like, well, it's a really good question. So I hope it moves through.
No, it never got approved. However, like 6 is their anti-cheat questions got approved, which like, and this is the other side of it, right? When it's just the game for cheaters, guys. Like, and this is the part that makes the job that we do difficult. Increasingly so, because the work that we do is increasingly put on the same level as the work that a streamer who has no scruples, no business asking any of these people in power questions, because they are fans first as opposed to critical thinkers about the thing. When you squish it and make it all the same, then you control the entirety of the narrative. The question that I asked yesterday was, it seems like this video game is a sequel to this, I'm paraphrasing now. I guess I can just read you the exact question.
You can read it. I can pull it up too.
Because I have the ability to do it.
I mean, I can find it right
here.
Now.
It is. I have it. The question I asked, which was never approved, was what learnings did y'all bring forward from non-Battlefield 3 and 4 titles, which this game seems to be following in the footsteps of? Was not answered. I played the game for 4 hours.
And the answer is they did not have an answer. They did not have an answer for that, essentially.
They didn't. So
yeah,
and it's because they didn't, and I think it's twofold. There's two reasons why they didn't. One, because they just made another one of them, and nobody liked the ones that weren't those ones. Like each one progressively after Battlefield 4 sold worse and worse and worse. So that's part of it. The second part of it is, if you then take a one more step back and you're like, okay, let's think about Battlefield 1, which I liked a lot, actually. Like I played a lot of Battlefield 1, surprisingly. It still kind of is the same game. The only difference is the setting and what kind of guns you have. Like you lose customization because in an effort to be quote unquote realistic, you're not going to put like a crazy scope on a gun in World War I, right? Like that's just not what you're going to do. But basically the games are the same. So lessons is maybe is generous perhaps. And I understand how game development works. There are constant lessons to be learned. They did really talk about how much, because this game has been developed, what they are calling out in the open through Battlefield Labs, they're getting an unbelievable amount of data about the ways that people are playing. But it kind of leads back to the thing that I was saying at talking to you about, John, at TennoCon, which is like it's the worst sample that you could possibly, like, it is the most non-representative group of people you could have informing you on how you get to, again, not Battlefield Studios' words, but their bosses, what they think 100 million people are going to go play. We cannot stress this enough. EA believes that 100 million people are going to play this game. 1/3 of the United States of America is what is the number of people they think are going to play this video game, which is simply not going to happen. It just isn't going to happen. No. So, like, is it a competent one of these? Absolutely. Sure. Did I have a good time yesterday? Sure. Absolutely. That's because it's just more Battlefield 3 and 4. Is it new? Can I point to why it took 5 years from the last one to now? Four and some change between the last one and now? When you watch the trailer, I can't tell. Like, no. The plot in this one is crazy. Like, most of Europe leaves NATO. And they partner with a paramilitary force to do war against America. And then the hallmark level is Brooklyn, is Dumbo. It's like if you close your eyes and think of Dumbo in New York City, that's where the level is. Does it look good? Absolutely. Sure. Yeah. Is it any different than any of the other times I feel like they've represented a major American city in one of these games? No. Not really. And again, I don't know if that's bad. What would I think the thing that gets me is that I have trouble coming up with what they could do to make me go, oh yeah, they might get 100 million with this. I mean, like, I still think that would be an absurd thing to do, but it's like if they were like, well, we're gonna basically make Battlefield 3 and 4 again, but it's like it's just gonna look a little bit better, and like there's some new stuff in it, but none of it is like important enough to say. It's like, no, you're not getting 100 million. No. But I struggle to figure out what you make it free they could do. I guess make it free, and but then they aren't going to do that. But they aren't going to do that, and like. Again, if this is going to be you have to assume that it's every video game is somebody's first one. But the idea that someone is going to play Battlefield 6 for the first time ever and have a good time is really difficult for me to imagine who that person is. There's a lot of like weird intricacies. It is like the version of the game we played obviously doesn't have any tutorialization in it. Like it is the equivalent of the open beta that is now available right now.
Yeah.
But like 100 million people requires many people who have never played this game before or have never heard of Battlefield before. And there is nothing in there that is going to be fun for a person who has never played a first-person shooter before. You're gonna get in a tank. Well, first of all, you can't guarantee that you're gonna get in a tank. You have to sit at the main menu and you have to spam click to try to get into a tank, which is the exact same system that has been in the game since I started playing Battlefield with Bad Company 2. And I thought it was a bad mechanic then, and it is a bad mechanic now.
Changed.
They have not changed that at all. Sometimes you turn a corner and then the entire enemy team spawns in front of you. Haven't fixed that. I guess that's just Battlefield, which I said on my capture, which I don't have, which is another story I could talk about.
Sure.
I said that a lot, which is that's just Battlefield, which is when some horse shit happens. And
your time to death in Battlefield games, if you've never played one, ranges from I'm wandering around and I cannot find another living soul to I've spawned inside of someone who is already shooting a gun at my head somehow.
Yep.
Just like, boop!
Yep. And then you're done.
Or I'm in the desert. I can't find a single soul.
Find a single soul.
So crazy.
And again, the chaos of Battlefield is a double-edged sword. There are times, and I had times yesterday where me and Luis, who is covering the game for Game Informer right now, and Snowbike Mike over at Kinda Funny, and Ben at MinMax were in a tank and having a fucking blast. Ben, Mike jumped out of the tank and was healing the tank as we were driving along, and then he got back in the tank and was spectating, and we were having a fucking blast. Yep. And then the tank exploded and we all died. And then we were like, okay, well, I guess now we run around for a while and nothing's ever going to hit that high. But the match is going to be 30 minutes long.
30 minutes
so
long.
Then I have to wait. And I will say there are a couple of new game modes. The game mode that the developers were all the most excited about was not playable. It's called Escalation. I couldn't really grok what it meant or what the game type was. And fortunately, we didn't get to play it. So I can't tell you. There is a new mode called Squad Deathmatch, which is not a new mode because Halo has 2v2v2s in it already or had it in the past. But it basically it's 16 players, 4 squads of 4 people, and then you play on a team deathmatch map. The thing I will say that I really do like about Battlefield is that the way that they recontextualize their huge maps into smaller maps for other modes. Yeah, and that stuff is neat. Really continues to be that's really
cool. Here. It's really cool game development economy kind of stuff of efficiency of just taking the thing you built and chunking it into to smaller pieces that I think are really interesting. Battlefield is good at that. They're good at making small playgrounds. I think the problem that they sometimes have is the promise of piecing all of those things together in one giant map can sometimes feel so uneven that the gap between that was a fun 30 minutes versus I wish I could have that 30 minutes back.
And I had a handful of those matches yesterday where I was we lost so bad. I didn't have fun. Nobody in my squad had fun. We lost by 300.
Yep.
Why? Why did we spend the time doing that? Because we never really got up and over the hill.
Yep.
The other thing, there is a cynical part of me to this. I never was on a team with any of the streamers. They were almost always on teams with themselves.
Of course.
Which then I'm now thinking was probably intentional.
Yeah.
They also were able to change their gamer tags in the game. So you knew it was Nadeshot. You knew it was Tim the Toolman Taylor.
You couldn't do that?
No, I was BF6 dash multiplayer dash 66 or whatever the fuck. You'll see it in the capture if and when I get it. But like that's the stuff that I'm talking about, where it was like you like you asked me to come. You understand that, right? Like
you did ask me to come. Yeah.
So like treat me like I'm a person a little bit. I'm gonna read you some of the stuff that I wrote down in my notes. They quote rebuilt combat from the ground up with a new kinesthetic combat system. Don't really know what that means.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It feels the same. Basically, it sounds like what they mean is that you can do stuff while doing other stuff. It's just the Omni movement system that they put in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. You can crouch and sprint now. You can sprint backwards. You can sprint and strafe sideways. When you revive...
it's not an innovation of theirs, but I will say...
It's cool.
That's probably great.
Yeah. Could I figure out how to do any of it because the controller didn't work, so I had to use keyboard and mouse, and I couldn't really...
Oh, my God.
It didn't work.
You couldn't kind of claw hand your way to doing all that stuff?
So
yeah, it sucks.
I don't think I ever was prone in the 4 hours that I played Battlefield yesterday because I couldn't... I didn't know what button it was. Honestly, it wasn't that important. Every person in the game can revive now. Now, does anyone who played it yesterday know that?
Revive?
No.
Need a heal? Need a revive? Need a revive? No?
No. And you just watch as they literally run over your corpse.
Yep.
The tutorialization in the game is not there yet. I would hope and pray that they do some sort of big, every single person can pick another person up. You do not have to just be the medic, because in previous games, the thing that makes Battlefield special, as they say, is that it is class-based. So there's an assault class, there's a recon class, there's a medic class, there's an engineer class, and then there's another one that I've forgotten. And the medic class was the class that had the ability to revive people either through a long like a press and hold passive or on a cooldown you had a defibrillator, which basically brought the person back instantly. The medic can still do that with the defibrillator. There's no cooldown on it anymore as far as I can tell, but every single person can revive now. But obviously in my time yesterday nobody did that. They added what they are calling Battlefield Portal, but it's just Forge mode from Halo. And I know that it's just Forge mode because the thing that they showed us to exhibit the power of the platform was, you might not, because I don't know how much Halo Reach you played. One of my favorite maps in Halo Reach was basically it was a big ramp. And at the top of the ramp were a handful of kill balls, and it would just automatically drop like vehicles into the kill balls. They would explode, and then at random they would come down the hill. And you started at the bottom of the hill, and your goal was to get to the top of the hill without being killed. Super simple. That was in 2011. The first thing that they showed for this video game that is coming out in the year of our Lord 2025 was exactly that. Exactly the same thing. Just that again.
Just the same. Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
They hemmed and hawed about, someone was like, is a battle royale coming? And then they had the fucking audacity yesterday to sit on that stage and say, I don't know. We don't know. Is the battle royale coming? Jesus. Guess we'll have to tune in. I'm already there. Shut the
fuck up.
I'm already there.
I can't
talk about it until tomorrow when you tell everyone that a battle royale is coming.
So fucking annoying.
It's from Ripple Effect. Battlefield Studios is 5 studios. It's Motive, Ripple Effect, DICE. It might be 4, and Criterion. And they all are working on it. But Ripple Effect is the studio that is working on the Battle Royale. Which again, they told me what studio was working on it, but they would not say the words. Say that yes, we are making a Battle Royale.
Fucking dumb. Fucking dumb.
I don't have any footage
you know
for
what?
you.
I think it's just real quick. I do think it is kind of a blessing that you recently attended TennoCon. If you did not listen to last week's episode, I think you should, not only because it was really good and long and great, but also we talked for 25, 30 minutes about TennoCon, the the
Warframe and Soulframe.
What do we call it? Convention, Warframe and Soulframe convention that Digital Extremes puts on. It's just about basically how transparent they are around just kind of the way they build their games, the way they move their own team members around to like, you know, facilitate development, like a lot of really obvious, simple, proud stuff that they're really super transparent about. I think it's a blessing that you went to like that and also
no, for real,
this event in the same like 2-week span, because it's like now this is exactly what we don't like about
and
the industry and these things.
Does not, very critically, every single decision that put that thing that I went to yesterday, that was also, to be clear, is a 2-day event. They wanted me to come back today to like, and this is really the part where I'm like, I don't know if I need to talk about it, but I do think it's actually important for like folks to understand.
Yeah.
This event was pitched as 2 days. I went yesterday for the initial pre-embargo access of it all.
Yes.
So I got there at 9 and I left at 5, right?
Yeah. Long day.
I played the game for 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
The embargo was today at 12.
Yes.
We could not access the footage that they said we could record, which is not particularly important for us on this show.
No.
Right?
Not really.
But for other outlets, pretty important. Mm-hmm. Until the end of the day today, when they physically gave you a hard drive with the copy of the capture on it.
Mm-hmm.
John, today was the exact same presentation that we watched yesterday. They made press and the creators come in today to sit for 3.5 hours to watch the same presentation and then do 4 more hours of gameplay, after which you get the hard drive.
Oh, it's
inexplicable. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Also, I mean, not to name names, but it's like, that doesn't seem like a lot of our colleagues did that on the media side.
It doesn't, like, because they didn't. A lot of our colleagues left yesterday
published their thoughts today.
Yes,
yeah, they
without
published their
the
thoughts
footage.
Without the footage,
which is like, gang.
Yeah,
like if you want us to, if you're gonna go through the fucking effort of letting us record the footage, and the embargo is today, do not restrict the ability for us to have the footage for the embargo until 4.5 hours after the embargo lifts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing that I don't know. If those same restrictions, RE capture, were for just us, or if every single person that was there was restricted capture, like accessing the capture that they got, that part I don't know, but I would not be surprised basically either way. And that's not a good sign. Like, I just don't think that's a good sign, like to not be particularly clear. But yeah, every single decision that was made yesterday was deeply intentional, and they did not have to be that way. Like, it could have been, everyone knows the video game is coming out. Every single person knows that the video game is coming out. You do not have to act like you've invented the video game.
That's what drives me crazy about a lot of modern PR of video games. They always act like they're inventing. It's like, no, you've got 40, arguably 40 years of modern game language and a lot of institutional experience with your fan base. You don't have to pretend like you invented this. No, you don't have to do that every time.
I literally know how they're made.
Yeah.
And like, you have to trust that people who are playing, but this is the thing. You really need to function from the perspective that people know how they are made, but then in actuality they don't. And it's because instead of giving people the opportunity to learn how they're made, you present them like you invented it.
Yeah.
While you got, like yesterday, while you were sleeping, you had a dream and then you came to, and then the entirety of Battlefield 6 was there.
Who is it? Fucking Peter or John? I can't remember. Peter or John in the prison writing the Book of Revelation. Okay, I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning of the end, blah, blah, blah. Okay, right. All right, I'm going to sleep on that. That was fucked up. That's crazy. Whoa. Everyone can revive now. Whoa. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's like, if you're going to pretend, like, okay. I will say this. It is simple, and it is also difficult in the sense that, like, what I want is for you to be so proud of the process of making your game.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to get into the fucking bones of it and introduce us to the people who are excited to make it, just like we talked about last week. And again, like I mentioned it last week, if someone got really into explaining the process of making the gun charms for Call of Duty, you could do the same for stuff like Battlefield. And I just think, like, you can do that. But what I hate is the idea that you've just conjured this new thing.
Which, yes, it is.
Which is like, it's a bad, boring, tired way to introduce us to your game.
It's the 14th one of these.
There have been so many.
Mm-hmm. It's the 14th one. People, I promise you, people understand what Battlefield is. Mm-hmm. And even from, like, now I'm doing fucking consulting work from the perspective of, again, 100 million people.
100 million people
is how many people they want to have play this game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the game comes out in October.
Good luck.
Where are you going to sell the people who were not in that building or not watching the stream?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think you're going to sell those people on the video game? Where and when?
Yeah.
Because it isn't going to be between now and October. What did I write down? I have it in here. October 10th, 10/10/25 is when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting there. And, like, I understand they're not going to sell 100 million copies in the first weekend. Like, I get it. But, like, you're not even giving yourself an opportunity to try to sell your rehashed video game in a new way. I don't, like, to the detriment of every single person on that team who, like, I need to be so clear. They made a good video. It seems like they made a good one of these.
Most people who were at that event yesterday seemed to really enjoy it.
Yes, the people I talked to, like, again, I had a good time playing the video game Battlefield 6. I was not thinking about Battlefield 6 prior to this event, and now I'm kind of thinking about Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
Like,
you're one of the 100 million.
Yes, they halfway there.
Okay.
Oh, John, I know where you're going, bud. Let's go. I'm snapping in because I know where you're going.
They gotta sell merch. I'm one of the 100 million.
Yeah.
They gotta fucking serial number you. They got a digital serial number you. You are 280 of the 100 million. Fucking lean into it. You said it. Let's go. Let's get those numbers up.
Let's get the numbers up. Be part of it. We want you.
Gotta lean in. Yeah, we want you.
It's so. It just doesn't have to be like this. Yeah. And I think the legitimately the most frustrating part of it.
Yeah.
Is just knowing that they are not going to hit this number.
Yeah, I know.
Like, deep in my bones. Knowing that these people who have worked so unbelievably hard have been kneecapped left and right over and over again for the last 4 years over the period of time they developed the game. They, I'm sure, are proud in many ways and unhappy in many other ways with the thing that they are going to put onto discs and onto Steam in October.
Yep.
But, like, they are not even being given the opportunity to try to do something new or different with it. Which is just a bummer. Like, those folks are talented. Like I just kind of sat and hung out in one round because we were losing by 200 and I just, like, listened. And, like, the Battlefield audio team is simply one of the best in video games. They have been knocking it out of the park forever, and they have only gotten better at it. Like, the game sounds so good. Like it is really intentionally considered in the ways that they have designed the audio in that game.
Sure.
How fucking sick would it have been instead yesterday of me listening to people talk to me about whether or not there was anti-cheat in the first person shooter video game if they instead told me about the ways that they recorded footfalls or the ways that they recorded explosions, and then people could come out of that event like writing stories about that.
Sure. Yeah.
Instead of what you have today, which is, I'm sure 45 fucking stories that are basically the same thing, which is regurgitating the thing I'm saying, which is, hey, do you remember Battlefield 3 and 4?
Yeah. Yeah. So you're saying it was a huge success.
Huge success. There was they trapped a man in a Red Bull branded military vehicle, and then they made him DJ. And he was bouncing so hard the whole military. I can send you a picture. I don't think I'm allowed to share pictures publicly from the.
Well, are you allowed to say who is the DJ?
Oh, I don't know who the DJ is. Some man. He was playing top 40 the whole time.
Well, you told me that someone.
That's a different thing today.
Oh,
I'm talking about yesterday.
Okay. I didn't know.
That's a different thing today. I still don't know if I can say who it is, but I'll ask later.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
So I sent here, I'll describe the JPEG. Again, it is a military vehicle that has been converted. Right. And
God,
it has
just zoomed in.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Inside of the military vehicle. Well, on the outside of it are two speakers pointed at the B and D pillars of the car. There are two speakers pointed at where the people were expected to dance.
Oh fuck!
There is a canopy that opens up like a gull wing door a little bit.
Yeah,
but there's a platform inside for a human man to stand with his DJ deck.
Yep.
And then behind him, Judge just sent me a zoomed in photo of the DJ's face. Behind him is an incomplete parking lot, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Parking garage.
Yeah, parking garage near the studio where the event was.
Oh my God. God, that's incredible.
And he was playing top 40 the whole time.
Was he? Jesus Christ.
He mixed. You know what? Oh, John, you know what? I'll do a spicy take. I'll get canceled for a different reason.
Ooh, I love someone getting canceled on my shows. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's you.
I don't like Sexy Red's flow. I think it fucking sucks. I can't. Okay. I don't like her music.
I don't have a super strong opinion, but out of this like kind of current crop of new hip hop ladies, she's not near the top for me. I'm with that.
Yeah,
I'm with that.
That's the end of my story.
Okay, that's good. Well, thank you for doing that. that's a big bullet you took for us. Appreciate that.
I'm glad I went.
Yeah, no, me too.
No, I am glad I went because I'm going to. This is public. They just posted about it today, so I can't talk about it. I'm going to the Blippo, not Blippy, the Blippo TV Plus event.
Yes.
Which is Blippo TV is a Playdate game that they've been dropping content for every week for the last couple of weeks. It's coming to Switch and Xbox and PlayStation later this year. And that is at the Bob Baker Marionette Theater, which is a space I've never been in. And that event seems weird and goofy. So like I think I am going to experience
and the game / project looks cool. So,
it's like an FMV cable TV channel situation. Like it seems like it has some ideas in it. So I think I will over the course of a month of like real world time, I think I will have really experienced a wide gamut of in-person games events. So yeah, but
that's great.
That one yesterday was tough. To not even have earplugs is like actually, I think, kind of violent.
Yeah.
Like the way I actually feel about it is that like you can't, you just can't. There was the smallest sign.
The idea that no one, like I went to I went to DreamHack Dallas, which was like fairly loud. I was working the event, but like there were several areas where you could just grab earplugs,
like the orange
or a bottle of water, from like
and
many different areas in the venue, and I was like so clearly that's pretty much I think the bare minimum for anything like that, but it's like you don't get the bare minimum.
No, places, you know what was not refrigerated? The water. You know how big the water was? It was the little tiny bottles. Yeah. You know what was refrigerated all over the venue? The cans of Red Bull.
Oh fuck. Well, we can't have those being warm. No. But the water. I don't know. Who cares?
Who's drinking that?
Well, thanks for going.
Yeah.
Thanks for being our on the spot correspondent. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to hear about these things.
Yeah, and like I like going to them. I hope they continue to invite me. I would understand if they stopped. Yeah, but I do like going to them.
They'll never hear this. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. I do like
going to them, and I don't know. I think it's like it is important. The thing I was talking to someone about it yesterday, but I was like, when I was child looking at E3 on the television, I was obviously fucking jazzed about the press conferences, but I could not wrap my mind around what they did when they left the room.
Yeah.
You know, like I just knew that they were going to play the video game, but I didn't know what that meant. So I do think it is important to at least talk about what these events look like, because they look way different now than they did during the heyday of the medium, which I would argue was like the like early to mid 2000s, with the end of like the nadir of it being like 2011 or whatever.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, hey, folks, do you have one of those Nintendo Switch 2s? Well, if you do, you learned about a whole lot of third-party software you can get your hands on over the next 6 months. There was a Nintendo Partner Showcase as of the morning that we recorded this on a Thursday, bright and early, 6 a.m. Pacific, very early. There was a lot of stuff announced, not a whole lot of, I think, surprises, but I would say a couple of them, a couple of little surprises. I've pulled up the list of everything that there is.
I'm looking at restart.run from someone named, it says here, Imran Khan.
Imran Khan?
Yeah. Sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
I heard that guy's buying a house.
That guy's got house money?
Yeah, apparently. They said it today. It's very exciting.
Hell yeah. Good Congrats to Imran and Reb.
It's a big deal. There were some things. Well, first of all, I just we have to start with maybe the story of the year. Maybe the biggest thing that was announced is, of course, the immediate shadow drop and confirmation of Hollow Knight Silksong, which did come out today.
Came out right today.
Congrats to that team. Of course, I am kidding. That game did not come out today, was not even talked about today. And in fact, there was a piece written on the new Polygon.com with the headline, Hollow Knight Silksong is real and playable next month, which is a good kind of headline for your video game.
Yeah.
Whenever anyone says your game's real, you know you're in good shape.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think what I think happened there is I think that the Nintendo promotional deal must have expired.
It must,
because I think Microsoft has it now.
I think Microsoft has it, and also I think Microsoft has I believe probably good kind of mentality on this of okay, we should probably not talk about this for a little while until it's actually done, maybe, because they talked about it way too early. But that's just me talking about my favorite game that will never come out, Hollow Knight Silksong. But there were a lot of games announced, some stuff that's already out. We already know about it. Apex Legends, that's coming. Madden 26 Madden skipped Switch before now and is now on Switch, and of course FC is now coming to Switch too.
Did they say? I guess I'm sure they didn't. Is it the real versions of the game?
They appear to be the real versions of the game, but they do not run well.
Okay, that's fine.
It appears. Yeah, I mean, that's
fine. I don't know why I said it's fine.
Well, I mean, I think the other thing I want to talk about is that Star Wars Outlaws was announced for Switch 2, which like when you think about, okay, giant open world game, is that really going to work well? Yeah, this game is going to take like a hit from a frame rate and texture perspective. But after playing Cyberpunk for many, many, many hours and feeling like that was a pretty good way to play that game, both in handheld and docked, I'm kind of excited for like big swings like this to like put games like this on Switch 2. And I don't think that's a bad game. I think it is an uneven game. But if you really are jonesing for an open world kind of sandboxy RPG, you could do a lot worse, I feel like. So that's an interesting one. Did anything else kind of stick out to you?
Nah, the cool thing about the partner showcases is that I can mostly ignore them.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Katamari is exciting to me.
I am super excited about Katamari. There is I think it's a new Katamari game.
It is a new Katamari game.
It is a brand new one. It's called Once Upon a Katamari.
Yes,
it'll be out on October 24th, and it looks really, really delightful.
Yeah. Now, I will say, because I'm currently playing through whatever one was just on sale on the Switch. Is it We Love Katamari?
I think
yes,
so.
We Love Katamari Reroll Plus Royal Reverie is the full name of that video game, which is, I think, a remake of the first one.
Yes.
It looks the same.
Looks the same.
So I have a lot of questions about how they make this video game. Like how much of it is them booting up a computer running Windows XP. I know it's not that, but like it looks the exact same as the HD version of the game that they remastered the game into, which I'm sure that's exactly what they did. They brought all of the tech up to date so that they could just make more games in it. You can customize your prints in this one.
You can customize your prints, which is neat. I will say this game doesn't run very well. It looks like on Switch 2.
It's because it's a Switch 1 game, John.
It is a Switch 1 game. That is true. Actually, I want to say I'm thinking Switch 2 for a lot of this stuff, but a lot of these things were actually advertised specifically for Switch, and many of them do not have Switch 2 upgrades connected to them.
Some of them,
to be very clear. Some of them.
Which one is it? It's
Octopath Traveler Zero, I think.
Square Enix said, listen, dog, we don't even know how we would upgrade you. So we won't. So you can't, we won't, and you can't buy the game again or don't buy it yet.
Yep. You also need to know that Octopath Traveler 2 was announced. I mean, Octopath Traveler 0 was announced, heavily influenced by Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent, which is a gacha game. It's a phone game, but it's going to remove the gacha stuff and retool the story for a more traditional experience. I think that's a good clarification to make about this game. I think a lot of people were excited, but then kind of came out that it's like, well, it's based on a free-to-play gacha game. You can recruit up to 30 characters, but they're obviously going to strip away a lot of the parts of that experience that are not optimal for a console title. You got to basically just make sure you get the right version of Octopath Traveler 0 for your experience, because they will not upgrade you. Very interesting.
Which is so like,
I know.
What are you talking about?
I know. Final Fantasy Tactics is coming to Switch, which is not super surprising. Cool. I've said all I need to say about that game, and you can go back and listen to my thoughts about why I think you should just fucking pirate that game and emulate it. But if you're excited about that, cool, great.
What is this Elliot game? Why does it look the same as Octopath Traveler?
Okay, listen. I think the overall problem that I have with Square Enix right now is they are making two types of games. It feels like, well, they're really making three types of games. The third type of game they're making is a game that no one plays. And like a couple of sickos are really excited about it, but like no one plays. The second type of game that they're making.
Game? What is that? What kind of game is that?
Like Slumberly Gemma.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
Magical Heirloom.
Yeah,
which is like an anime season. Yeah. Like, cozy RPG. It's like there were a few of those that came out over the past couple of years, and like a lot of people were excited about them but like no one talked about them when they actually came out. Yeah, those kind of games. I don't even remember what combination of words I just said, but I did.
That's close. I know exactly what game you're talking about.
And the second kind of game is like really, really way too expensive, way too long to come out. AAA massive experiences, and the other are HD 2D games that look fucking identical to each other.
Yes, the exact same.
There were multiple games that were announced in this vein
today.
One was what you just said,
The Adventures of Elliot: The Millennium Tales.
The Adventures of Elliot: Millennial Tales. That's huge. Great. Good for you. And then there was one with maybe the funniest shit. Fuck, where is it?
Romancing Saga 2: The Revenge of the Seven Switch 2 edition. Is it that? Is that them?
It was.
Are you thinking of Apex Legends?
Oh no, I apologize. I was confused by what I had seen earlier.
Oh.
You are in the Adventures of Elliot: The Millennium Tales. You are exploring a place called Philadelphia, which is very close to Philadelphia. So this and Octopath Traveler 0 look fucking identical.
They look the exact same.
They look so much the same. But the Adventures of Elliot is an action RPG.
Yeah, it's not turn-based.
It's not turn-based. It's an action RPG. There's kind of an interesting combination of 3D effects and 2D sprites that are, I think, a little bit more compelling than to look at than Octopath in the way that that's made, but I can't stress this enough. This shit all looks the same.
Yeah.
This engine, the way all the stuff is rendered, the way the lighting is, the way the haze is created, I think these games look identical, and it is driving me crazy. When I said something like that earlier on Blue Sky, one of our listeners and someone who follows me on Blue Sky was like, I feel crazy because I think these games all look super distinct and cool. And I'm the opposite. Like, I feel like I'm on drugs because all this shit looks the same and I don't like the way it looks. But I will say elements of this game, I do like turn-based RPGs, but elements of this game, especially the turn-based, the action element of this, and a lot of the different ways that it looks like you can play and kind of suit your play style, it does intrigue me more than a new Octopath game on a personal level. So, okay. I'm excited about that, I guess. Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2 are coming to Switch 2. Just Dance 2026 is coming to Switch. Which has got a Dua Lipa song in it. Wow. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is also coming to Nintendo Switch 2. They showed Borderlands 4 for a nanosecond, which will be out in October. And then, Shinobi Art of Vengeance. That's got a demo out. So that game comes out at the end of August, but you can play it now. And yeah, Persona 3 Reload is coming to Switch on October 23rd.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure Wheat Flower Wonderland DLC.
You want to do a tight 20 on that?
No, that's one of the worst running looking video games I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I know. It
ran so bad when I saw it, whatever the last time I saw it was. I don't even remember. It had to have been last SGF.
Yeah.
Is when I saw it last. It was running on Switch and it was framey. It looked like it ran so poorly. I'm sure it doesn't run like that anymore.
You know what game apparently that I played at SGF and just came out and apparently is worse than it was when I played it at SGF?
Yeah, I do.
The Tales of the Shire game?
Yeah, I was with you at that appointment. And that game looked like it could have had juice. I don't understand what they did.
It had juice. They like the big cool thing about that game when I played it for demo was that the furniture positioning stuff was not on a grid.
Yeah.
It was able to rotate and move into irregular nooks, which I thought was like actually really smart and cool.
Yeah.
And allows you to create spaces that feel genuinely lived in instead of like, people made really interesting, stuff in Animal Crossing, of course, but you are limited in what you can do with the kind of grid system.
It feels like a grid. Like none of the spaces in Animal Crossing are spaces that human people would live in.
Yeah.
Because of the way that they are restricted angle-wise.
But I thought Tales of the Shire, okay, you've solved this problem. That's kind of neat. And then that apparently the game runs so badly. The review I read said it crashed 18 times. 18 times. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So too bad. Yeah, that Nintendo partner showcase, like whatever. Some of those games are exciting. Of course, being a weird sports sicko, I will be like intrigued to see if Madden and or FC 26 actually run well enough to play with any sort of consistency. But that is that. They also showed a trailer for the new fucking Hyrule Warriors, The Age of Imprisonment.
But no date.
No date. That's a Muso. I'm not super into those, but if you want to spend more time with King Rauru,
it'll be the first one that runs
your chance.
Okay.
It'll be the first one that runs okay, which is neat. Good for them.
I really wanted to like that second one. Well, I wanted to like the first one also, but that game ran really poorly. I also really wanted to like the second one, and it ran worse. So, this is the third one, right? Yeah. I don't think I'm making that up. Yeah, because the first one was regular. Just what if it was in Hyrule? The first one was Breath of the Wild, and then got it.
This one's Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that.
I'm glad I didn't wake up at whatever.
Yeah, me too. I was up, but I was like, I could watch this, or I could like
do anything else.
That's pretty much what it was. Hey, we did have some breaking news as of this recording. Itch.io has begun to re-index free adult not safe for work content, and they are starting to slowly support paid content. They're going to be reintroducing that slowly.
Yeah. Do you want to read what the restriction the restriction they received from Stripe? Or the clarification they received from Stripe. It's in there.
Yes, it says Stripe asked us to pass along the following message to our users. Quote, Stripe is currently unable to support sexually explicit content due to restrictions placed on them by their banking partners. Despite card networks generally supporting adult content with appropriate registrations, Stripe has indicated that they hope to be able to support adult content in the future. Now, I don't know, but I seem to remember your favorite games podcast last week did kind of identify the banks as kind of the problem here right away.
Yeah.
Now, you may say, well, John, Nikki, this is just them passing the buck because now they're maybe.
Yeah.
Or
maybe
sometimes we know what we're talking about.
Yeah. I think it's probably that second one. They also said that.
By the way, thank you for pointing it out because I had not scrolled all the way down yet. That's delightful.
The other thing is that they said that they can't process any payment through Stripe. I think the quote is, if it is sexually gratifying, is the word. Is that what the wording is? Or like displays
the glossary is okay. The last audit of wait. Yes, it says content designed for sexual gratification.
That's all of it. Well, not all of it. That's like no, 98.
It's not. Well, also crucially, it's not all of it. Like a lot of the stuff that they got,
right, is not that. No,
it's not that
for sure.
But also,
it's just
a lot of it is
the part of it that doesn't, the circle that doesn't square is they're saying that, but also they'll process payments on Pornhub.
Yes, they will. Yes,
and also now, like what the definition of gratification is arbitrary and is arbitrary. Yes, it is like. So like yes,
overly broad.
There are some stories where it's very clearly not displaying gratification, but like if you are relying on the decisions of an increasingly chaste group of people to determine what is deterministically determine or decide what is
jack-offable.
Yes, then where are we going?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Where are we going? So that is an important update. So just so you know, hey, I don't know, maybe the banks are the problem. Weird. Yeah. So strange.
Yeah, when I say that's all of it, I mean that's all of it to them.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
I also want to point out a very, very, very interesting detail about Capcom. Capcom sales for this past quarter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They posted their top 10 sellers.
Okay.
Nikki, have you seen this chart?
I haven't. Exoborn.
Name 3 games that sold more than Monster Hunter Wilds.
Exoborn.
No.
That's not even them.
No, it's not.
Exo Primal, which is the actual game that I meant to say.
No.
Damn. 3 Capcom games that sold more than Monster Hunter Wilds.
Mm-hmm.
RE4
in this past
remake.
Quarter. That's correct. That's 1.
RE2.
Wait, no. Oh yeah, no, that is correct. Yes.
Okay. RE2 remake.
That is correct. Can you name a third?
What else does Capcom make? I'm just gonna look at a list of Capcom games. More than Monster Hunter. Oh, Street Fighter.
They got a Street Fighter 6. Okay. Here, I'm gonna name the other ones that you missed. The other, Nikki, 8 Capcom games.
Oh boy.
That sold better from bottom to top. We have Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
We have Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition.
That's damning.
We have Street Fighter 6. We have Devil May Cry HD Collection. We have Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. We have Resident Evil 4. We have Resident Evil Village. And coming in at the top, Devil May Cry 5. You know what was just behind Monster Hunter Wilds in the 10th spot? I'm not kidding. Yes.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Now, the Devil May Cry games, I want to be very clear, went on crazy sale.
Okay, that's why I was
sale. They went on sale, and the anime came out. Or whatever.
Okay.
So like
in what world is DMC 5? Which is now it makes sense. It was the cheap one and the newest one, so that's the one that they bought.
Yes.
I was gonna say, oh boy, maybe pack that whole fucking company up, gang. I don't know what the plan is.
What did it just beat out? It's 9th on that list. What is 10th?
Exo Primal.
Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh shit! For the Switch.
For the fucking Switch and PC, that game that came out during the pandemic is nipping at the heels. Nipping at the heels of Monster Hunter Wilds. So
it sold a lot, though.
It sold fine, but the company is not happy about it.
Well, yeah, because I guess they thought they were going to sell more.
They thought they were going to sell a lot more, and I think they thought it was going to be kind of a Monster Hunter World situation.
Long tail.
And it does not appear to be the
Maybe
case.
They should have made the game fun.
Maybe they should have made the game fun. A lot of people are coming to this news with the idea of like, maybe you should go back to making them kind of the way that they were before and see if that does anything.
But it's like, I don't know. From their perspective, the idea of making one, like, I get why they fell in the trap, but it is kind of the same trap that Battlefield 6 has, where it's like, if you are trying to broaden the base, it's the perpetual problem with it, like infinite growth. Mm-hmm. If you're trying to broaden the base, you're going to make the people who like the game already upset.
Correct.
And then the people you have broadened the base for aren't passionate enough to sustain or stay. So what you've actually done is you've diluted your product for nobody. Mm-hmm. Because the people who bought the game, for whom it was their first one, don't play it anymore. And then the people who were ride or die for you based off of the last one don't like the changes that you've made.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
it's hard position
to be in. Like
hard position to be in.
Success does not always beget success.
Yes.
But listen, it's nice for us to be on the right side of history yet again. If the game was good, it wouldn't be in this situation.
Too bad they keep making bad games, huh? Too bad. But a lot of those games ahead of it, pretty good games.
Yeah, people like them.
Go check them out. What have you been playing?
I rolled credits on Donkey Kong Bananza.
I have not done that.
Yeah.
No. We can talk about it.
This guy's going to the office. That game ends 5 times.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I think that game might be too long.
Ooh, yeah.
Like there were points where I was like, gang, like you gotta get me out of here.
Does it go into a post game or does it kind of?
Yes. So there is like very explicitly credits roll. They put you back in a place and then you run around and they're like, hey, can you please go over here? Mm-hmm. And then character appears and then you're given another mission.
That's the thing. Okay.
Yeah. So like very explicitly a post game.
Okay.
But the thing I will say, because there are a billion fucking bespoke levels, they're not all the same length. And I think that actually is a benefit and a detriment to it because the pacing of it feels kind of stop-start at the end of the game because you don't know how long the segment is going to be. And I actually think that the resort layer, like after the resort layer, the pacing of that game kind of falls apart. And it is because the resort layer is so short.
Yeah, it's very short.
It's so short because it introduces a mechanic that is unbelievably important for the rest of the game. Mm-hmm. But then after that, the pacing is so all over the place. Like you get to a stage and you're like, wow, this one's, I'm sure, going to be really, really long. And it isn't. And you get to one that you're like, oh, wow, I don't really love being here. I'm sure this one's going to be short. And then it's long.
It's really long.
But they played so much Elden Ring.
Yeah.
They played so much Elden Ring.
There's a lot.
When they were making this one.
The deeper you get into it, it's okay, this is the most Dark Soulsy game that they've ever made.
They really, and it wears it on its sleeve too. Like there is late game stuff that I don't want to spoil because the reveal of it is actually I was like, oh, the video game is really good. Like you have had characters in your toy box for 40 years kinds of stuff that you only Nintendo can pay off. But the framing of it is just Dark Souls. Mm-hmm. And it is kind of shocking. The end of that game, again, I've said it every single week since the game came out. But now that I have finished it, it's just a Disney movie. And I'm legitimately confused as to how they have allowed the movies that they make, the actual movies, to lose the narrative thread. And I guess it's actually fine. Like the Mario movie was it was the biggest movie of the year it came out, in part because I saw it so many times. But it is so different than the tone of this video game, like so different. And they're both explicitly children's media, right? But it approaches the audience from a completely different perspective, re whether they or not they respect you and think that you're a person with a brain in your skull, or a heart in your chest, you know? I where are you, John? Have you made any?
No, I'm still in Tempest Lair. I just became Elephant. Spoilers, I guess. I just became Elephant.
Yeah.
Becoming Elephant makes everything at that level almost trivial in terms of like difficulty, which is fun because that level is actually like kind of difficult, you know, before you
until it isn't
kind of unlock it essentially, and then it's pretty easy. So I'm about to beat it and go on to whatever's next, and I would like to dust it soon. I think I can dust it this weekend. We'll see.
And it is, John, it's going to take you longer than than you think it is from that perspective.
I don't like, I kept looking at the skill tree.
Yes.
And I'm like, I think we still got some more stuff to do.
But after Elephant, there's only one.
Okay.
But the amount of time between Elephant and then the last
and
one
the other one
is
interesting,
crazy. So I think it's one of the issues I will say with the end of this game that I think I finished it today, so it's really raw and I haven't really processed. But like, because the pacing is so all over the place at the end of the game, it asks you to play with all of the bonanzas towards the end in a way where you're like, well, I haven't touched these ones in a long time, in a really long time. So they
do not spread that out like at all, which was surprising.
Yes. There are some levels where you're in one stage and they're like, oh, in order to get into this challenge room, you have to be bonanza'd for two stages back. And that is cool. I think the game needed more of that because there were a handful of sections in the last two big layers where I sat there and was like, what do you want me to do here? Before I remembered.
You didn't play enough with the visual language of the different powers that you have throughout the game to make it clear what you have to do when they're all kind of thrown at you at once.
Yes.
Which is like a classic, by the way, a classic Nintendo. Like the end of Majora's Mask, you basically have 4 different sections where you're mixing and matching all the different masks and mask abilities to get through these like challenges.
Hey John,
but the problem is that they remember that. The problem that I think Bananza has, which is what I've kind of heard, is they're not playing with all of those things all the time the way that Majora's Mask did, which is like there are so many scenarios where you need a specific mask to do something important. And I just felt like that wasn't really the case so far in Bananza.
And again, like I don't think I don't know if it takes away from my enjoyment of it. It does feel like I would have done an editor and maybe squished some stuff. But then again, like you do get every single layer, all of these layers that I'm talking about towards the end of the game where I was like, I don't know if you needed to do this one. I'm like, I am shocked that this is the aesthetic direction that you went with in your 3D Mario platformer. Like I'm shocked that the Nintendo game looks like this. The Forbidden Layer is like some of the craziest. Like it looks like it looks like what I think they think Xenoblade looks like.
That's amazing. That's good. That's good. I can't wait. I want to get there.
It's good.
Well, cool.
I played that.
Cool. Amazing. I didn't really play much. I played some more college football. Run blocking and pass blocking in that game is just super broken, just like it always is.
No way to fix it. It's only, how many have they made? It's like the fourth, maybe this is the second one, John. So
it's only the second one.
It's only the second one. So
only the second football game they've ever made. Crucially, don't really have anything else to say about that. You know what? I've been playing a lot of Puzzmo.
Hell yeah! What's your favorite one in there?
I have to be honest. I just really love the crossword. Their crossword's always really fun.
I wish they had a mini.
I do kind of wish they had a mini. I will say the other ones that I've enjoyed. I've liked Mimoku, which is a matching.
What's that one?
Mimoku is basically Sudoku and memory matched up.
I'm Gucci.
Sure. But I've also been into Wordbind recently. That's still experimental after all this time, but I still think it's really good. Yeah. I kind of been dabbling in pile up poker, but sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish there was a crossword that was half as big.
Yeah,
I don't want it to be as small as the New York Times mini because I think that is too small. Also, that like that game small. Is like that is not a that's a time game. Like the New York Times' mini crossword is a timed game, and the Puzzmo crossword is not a timed situation, but I think something in between would be good. Something that maybe took me 10 minutes as opposed to sometimes the other crossword will take me longer than that. I think would be nice.
Yeah. But I like what?
I started playing generous Pokemon TCG Pocket again.
Yes.
Because they added a new there's a new set, which is Pokemon from Johto. And the first day that set came out, the Pokemon Company had to take down the hero card for the Ho-Oh version of the set because the art that they used was straight up traced off of somebody else's fan art. And it's one of those like kind of crazy situations where like the terms and conditions for the Pokemon Company is basically like, we don't care if you use fan art or if you make fan art, but also we do own all of it. So did they steal directly from a person who made the art? Yes. But also legally that was already theirs. Which is like just kind of it feels like law on the playground where you just say that's mine, even if it isn't yours. So now if you get the card right now, it does the beautiful animation, and then there's a huge pink square over where the art should be that says new art coming.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
Just really good.
God, that'd be really funny. I'd love if they did that with physical trading cards. Like, we have to hold on a second. The new packs you get just have a blank thing that says you gotta trade it in. We'll trade you in just a card that says like it's coming soon, and then we'll mail you a new one when it's ready. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Puzzmo has I don't know if you know, but Puzzmo has an app now on iPhone. So you can play that on your phone now, which is really nice.
And you might be able to get it from your library.
You might also be able to play it in other places, soon.
Oh.
Go to vgbs.com/join and you can ask us questions and join the Hive. You can join the Hive and then go to the Hive. I know. And you can go to the Hive and go to the Hive content channel and ask us any question. We got a lot of them. I think everybody was so psyched that we answered every single question last week that we got a lot of questions this week.
That was different.
You know what? We'll try to hit them all. Okay. Who knows? We can maybe get them all. Thank you to My Hero Zero for breaking the ice with Are we still in the era of famous actors thinking video games are frivolous wastes of time, but the money is too good to turn down?
I wish we could have clarified from what perspective? Who's famous people?
Because My Hero Zero, I think I don't actually, you know what? I'm not going to assume I know which way you mean it.
Hit us back
because that would be presumptuous. But I'm going to answer it honestly: is that they are frivolous waste of time, and the money is too good to turn down. Because why the fuck would you be in The Last of Us? Why the fuck? Like that's television trash.
Program?
It's trash.
Is that what you're saying? Like in an adaptation? Is that what you're saying? Or is that, do you think what My Hero Zero is saying? Or be I think My Hero Zero or be associated with the video game? There's so many. Do you know what I'm saying? There's so many iterations of be involved to me that I'm confused. The Hollywood.
What's the last famous actor that was in a video game? I guess. Well, okay, Kojima's shit, obviously.
Yeah. But okay, so here's the way I think about it. For Hollywood, it is that's what they're making.
Yeah.
So that one's not really a choice. It's just like they're making another for them. They're making another television show, and I can be on that television show.
Yep.
From the game's perspective, your agent tells you that Kojima's important.
Yeah.
So you're in the Kojima game. Which, by the way, there's a profile of Hideo in Sense by Kevin Nguyen, who works at The Verge. Normally, I don't really know how. I don't know, whatever. But it's not The Verge. It's Sense.
You know what? It's none of our business.
It's none of our fucking business. Like, get your fucking check. But like the article is on Sense. It's a profile. It seems really good. I've read a little bit of it, but I haven't finished the whole thing. Anyway, go read that. It's on SSENSE, and then just type in Kojima. And it'll come
Gary Sinise.com.
That's right, GarySinise.com/Kojima. And then for commercials, that's just easy money. Like they got Joe Latruglio for the Switch 2 reveal commercial.
Yeah.
And they like Nintendo was like, we need a safe white guy.
Yeah.
And they called up Joe. Like that. And who the fuck is he to say no to that money?
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, My Hero Zero. Ask that question again next week, like with some clarification,
please.
Okay. Lovic asks, "What's the most money you've spent on something dumb?" Which, like, boy, when I saw this one come through, I was like, I don't know. Like, definition of something dumb is something pretty stretched for me.
Yeah,
because I would say a lot of things I've spent money on is pretty dumb.
I spent 17,000 American dollars on a Mini Cooper. That was stupid.
Pretty dumb.
That was pretty dumb. Like I should have just bought a Corolla.
Pretty dumb.
You know, that was not smart of me. I
spent a lot. I spent $249,000 on a house in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
You lived in it. You lived in it.
Yeah, but it was pretty dumb though.
It
was pretty dumb.
Would I have done it?
No. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Should I have done it? No.
Nah.
So I think like that's like to stretch the answer like super far. That's probably my answer. I'm trying to think of like what the dumbest thing I've spent a lot of money on.
A person in Games Press who I will not share the name of, but I will tell the story because I didn't ask. But I will tell the story. Went into a store to purchase a phone charger. And they were quoted $80 for the phone charger, and then instead of leaving,
they bought it.
They did purchase the phone charger for $80, and someone told me incredible. That, and
that's incredible.
I don't think you could have fucking waterboarded that out of me.
Okay, in that vein, I'm sure there's been something like that.
No, for sure. I spent great one on that.
Yeah, we just talked about this.
I spent $65 on $25 headphones at the airport on my way to TennoCon because I didn't have my headphones, and the only way to get them was to buy them inside of the airport. So that was stupid.
Yep. I bought something I can't use. What did I bought something like in the past year that I bought kind of on a whim, and I was like, and I got it and I can't use it and I haven't returned it yet.
What is it?
Oh, I know what it was. It was the camera I bought to replace the Sony because the Sony kept overheating. I have not used that camera one fucking time.
You got a Panasonic joint, right?
Yeah. I spent $700.
I have bad news, but I think you're out of the return window.
Oh. To be clear, I'm super aware of that.
Oh, okay.
But I just like when I say I haven't returned it yet, I shouldn't have said yet. I did not return it.
I see.
Let me clarify. Real. I did not return.
Yeah, that's different.
Now, granted, I could figure out the way to use it for myself.
Sure,
I could figure that out, but I have not done that yet.
This one hasn't overheated in a while.
That's true. Until I do figure that out, that's definitely the dumbest thing. Yeah, that's pretty high up there.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure if you leave me alone for 10 minutes, and I'm sure I could come up with something else.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of dumb shit that I own in my house.
MC Benji asks, "What's your go-to hot sauce flavor, style, and/or brands?" I have a bottle of Crystal hot sauce in my pantry/fridge, like 100% of the time. I'll start with that.
I'm not a hot sauce person, but I would lean towards a Crystal or a Red Rooster.
Yeah. So I always have a bottle of Crystal. I usually have a bottle of something green in the house as well. I have also, there is a
He's Googling. He's Googling.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I don't fuck with hot sauce like that. So it's tough for me. I was on a really good tilt of learning to be better at spice, and then I kind of fell off. So it's been a minute since I had anything particularly spicy. So I'll get there. John's still Googling, has not found what he's looking for.
No, I haven't. This is fucking insane. Why can't I find it?
I don't know. Do you have anything about it that you could possibly use to tell you?
It is a lady who makes mustard in Fort Worth. She makes hot sauces, and she makes hot sauces. She makes. Oh wait! Whoa! Oh, yeah, it's Melinda's. Thank you.
Welcome.
God.
This is one of the bunch of bottles that I stole from the Fandom San Francisco office.
That's amazing. So Melinda makes a habanero honey mustard, which is really, really, really,
so
really
fucking
delicious.
Spicy to me.
It is crucially really spicy. Yeah. But it has got a great combination of heat, of acid, of sweetness. It's like a really delicious sauce. So I do love that a lot. So I usually have a Melinda's habanero honey mustard. I have something green, which is usually a yellow bird, but I've been a little bit disappointed. So you can also find me getting like a spicy Ardez avocado hot sauce, which are also pretty good. And then always have Crystal. I almost said Crystal.
Crystal, yeah. Putting Crystal on my fucking fried chicken.
On my fucking fried chicken. Yeah. So that's great. My Hero Zero asks, what game has the coolest save point design? Good question.
I really like the save points. Cool is, I think, is really relative. But the one that immediately came to mind are the ones in Undertale and Deltarune. If only because they are so simple that the little flavor text that you get when you go to save elevates them. And there are a couple that I think about frequently because they're just really simple, like little bits of flavor text that I think are really nice. And I think in the idea of what a save point is, having a brief moment of reflection about what those things are is actually really, really nice for the player to have. So I think that might be my actual answer.
That's great. I think. Oh,
God bless you. He's gonna sneeze. He sneezed. Hey,
Wow,
that was a crazy
sorry.
one.
That
It
was
came out of nowhere, and it was so hard he like fell back in his chair.
I was like trying to like turn away, but I really couldn't get there. Sorry, everyone. Um, I this is such a good question. I'm gonna start with I think what is like kind of my obvious no-brainer answer, which is the typewriter in Resident Evil of like
that's a good one.
Getting the ribbons. Like they kind of did away with like having to find the ribbons and like limiting the number of save points you have, which I thought was like so sick when they did that in the 90s. But like that in combination with the fact that like every typewriter is basically in a safe room that had its own music and stuff. Like I really loved that. I like Metal Gear Solid having to call someone and they're like breaking the fourth wall, being like, "Hey, Snake, you want to save for progress?"
Yeah.
You know, sure. Like that's great. I love the weird kind of symbol design of the original Final Fantasy VII save points. And I also do love talking to the Moogles in Final Fantasy IX.
Yeah.
They all have a different personality. They all have a different name. Every single save point in the game has like a different unique quality. They have mail that you give them and they can give to you. So I think that's really fun. So that's my answer. Okay, Grace, big question. Gonna read it. Do you think that with all the studio closures and the scarcity of funding, we are entering a new era of indie gaming? I've been thinking a lot about how it seems like the middle class of game studios is getting hollowed out, leaving only giant AAA studios and super indies in the wake. Consumer tastes for huge AAA games will likely persist, but if the trend towards enshittification continues, do you think gamers will finally start turning toward indies in mass? I would argue that they are already turning toward indies in mass.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean, but I think that has already begun.
I also think
a lot of the games that are breaking through on big levels, both on Steam charts and on like social, are not AAA video games, which is so that's starting. But the hollowing out of it and the removal of like the middle class, lower class of indie devs is like something that I do think is happening. Yes.
Yeah. I think there are going to continue to be a lot of people who are making games, but I think there are going to be more people who are not making any money from the video games that they're making, which is like, I think that's all art now.
Yep.
That just the market is different than it used to be. But it also means that like when a game like Peak comes out, it can go crazy because it's $5.
Yeah.
Or however, I think it was $5, right? It's $5, right?
Yeah.
Like that, I think we are going to get more of those. Which like depending on how you define like a super indie, like Landfall and Aggro Crab, those are teams that have published a bunch of games that people like and are independent studios. Like that is it was a game jam game for sure, but it is a bunch of unbelievably talented independent game developers. So yeah, I think we are going to see a big stratification of a lot of cheap games that are popping off, and then every year 1 or 2 games is going to be in the conversation, and then obviously we're all going to buy Battlefield 6.
All 100 million of us. I Grace, like I think I do think about the quote unquote middle class game dev that is going to decide to stop making games on the side and actually just like dedicate themselves to like going to a 9-to-5 that's not in games and then just being kind of burnt out and not coming back.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of those people will come back or they will keep doing their thing. So I do think there will be a lot more indie games, but like we're already at a point where there are probably too many, to be honest. Just from a standpoint of we're never at any point aware of everything that is available to us at any point.
But it's fine. I mean, I like for sure. Is there a lot of stuff, but also
no, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
When I say too many, I just mean like there are too many for any of us to be aware of.
No.
And
and I do think that there are a lot of teams who are making games that are doomed from the start, not because of any of the work that they are doing. and that is both small teams and big teams, like Battlefield, right? Like
that's just art.
You're making it for
commercial art.
An audience that might not exist at all.
Yep. By the time you're
done with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Jason asking, am I wrong in thinking that a gaming outlet slashing their freelance budget does not portend good things? Well, I'm going to answer your question seriously. I don't know which one you're talking about. I haven't seen because I've been at work all day and not online, which has been actually really great. But also, I've been missing stuff. They could be slashing it to hire someone full time. They could be slashing it for various reasons, but they also could be slashing it because it's not a good sign for them.
Yeah, lots of reasons.
Bone Chunk Actual asks, you foresee a trend for many current day young gamers who primarily play popular free-to-play games, eventually migrating to non-free-to-play games? Or do you suspect that many or most of them will just stay in those ecosystems forever?
Yeah. They'll stay there forever.
I think even though they will have the disposable income, they are probably prone to stick with what they grew up playing, which is, if I had played a lot of free-to-play games growing up, or like my parents didn't constantly go like, oh, I got to buy you another fucking $80 video game. My life would probably be pretty different, and my habits would probably be pretty different.
Yeah,
it probably would be. They'll probably stay there. Best non-games thing you've heard of because of games, asks Funk. Best non-games thing that I have heard of because of games. Probably soccer. I'm just kidding. You know what? Actually, legit. Probably a lot of stuff about cars.
For sure.
Like how cars work and like Gran Turismo, like the inner workings of cars and like little stuff you can do. Like I didn't know any of that shit.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I still know a lot less than I wish I did. But I think I know to some extent how a car works a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because of games like Gran Turismo. I heard about. It's not really what you're asking, Funk. I'm going to keep thinking about it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I'll think about that one, and I might reply in Discord. That's a good question.
That is a good question. Probably something in a Metal Gear Solid game, actually. Like,
like about Shagohod and the ways that it kind of really turned the war for the United States.
Oh, I thought DARPA was something that Kojima made up. I did. So technically I did.
You did
learn about DARPA.
That's good.
But I wouldn't say that's the best non-game thing.
The Fox guy stuff, you didn't know about that either.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. But I for real, did not know about DARPA. I wouldn't say that's like cool, but I did not know about it until I played it.
That's such a bummer about the only thing that's a bummer about Starfield is that they were so high on their own supply about calling it NASA punk or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And there's only one part of the game where you interact with anything that is adjacent to NASA, which is so goofy because they could have been such a different. The tone of it could have been so different if it was steeped in telling the story of the in-between.
Yeah.
Our perception of space travel and that game's fantastical version of space travel. Haven't talked on Starfield in a minute, so it felt good.
No, you haven't. It's fun when you do that. I love it when you reach back into that.
I can't believe I beat it.
I can't. I really can't believe you beat it either. I really can't believe you beat it. It's amazing. Valerie B asking, what's the most criminally underused genre?
There are not enough good Animal Crossings.
There are not enough good Animal Crossings. Again, we just talked about the horse game. Just sports, guys.
Yeah, just make
fucking
a sports game.
Like if more sports games ought to be made, and they'll be wrapped up in a different package, and you'll be like, yes, I can't wait to dress up as my favorite cat guys and Soccer Pal Heroes. And
that's
it's like,
a great.
just like
Write
soccer
that down.
now.
Write that down.
Soccer Pal Heroes. Sorry, everyone. Jordan, cut this part out. Like, I can't wait to show up to fucking Gen Con dressed as my favorite Super Cat heroes. You just like soccer. Congrats.
Yeah. Congratulations.
So that's my answer. How do you feel about Silksong being confirmed real, Valerie? Just come on.
I hope they send you a care package. I'm gonna hit up PR.
Jesus, yeah, please do.
And I'm gonna send them every clip of you saying it's not coming out, and I hope they show up to your house with the EXE.
I do too. I hope they do too. I hope they do too. Jason asks, are there any other genres that don't mean anything anymore, like role playing or cozy games?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. You know what? You nailed two of them.
That's two of them. Those are the two big ones. But I don't even know if cozy games is a genre more than it is a descriptor of game. But then I like,
and it's also a bad descriptor of games. Like, yeah.
But most Metroidvania doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
Mostly because they'll call anything a Metroidvania. Souls-like doesn't really mean anything anymore because they'll call everything a Souls-like. When they actually meet third-person character action game.
Yeah.
That is hard, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. You can say whatever. Your game is whatever you say it is. You're the one making it, You're
the one making it. You're the one making it. My Hero Zero, more of a prompt than a question. I'd love to hear more thoughts about the growing trend of games getting released and taken off storefronts after they have massive issues. I guess to throw a question in there, but more curious about the discussion of the trend. What should the term be for those games? I've heard unreleased, but surely there's a better way to describe this. I do think unreleased is like a kind of a craven way to say that. I think it's like
The Hunter.
Shut the fuck up. What was the one that was just taken off? It was Splitgate too.
Splitgate too.
Yeah, I mean, to talk about the trend, I mean, like, it is CD Projekt Red has so much money, and they made so much money off the original sale of Cyberpunk 2077 that the math they had to do to figure out that taking it off the store and fixing it made a ton of sense for them.
Yeah.
They could eat that cost, and they also knew that they could make it back.
Yeah, if they gave the game the additional calendar year it needed, they could get back there. Yeah.
And they made so much money off the initial sale of games that did not get refunded. I want to say, like, the PlayStation 4 version of this got refunded, but like the PC, I don't think got refunded at all. Like, that was just like,
and the number of people who the return rate, I would love to know.
Yeah,
but I'm sure it wasn't like,
it wasn't 90%.
Yes, exactly. Like the process through people played the game, it didn't work. They then didn't play it anymore,
and then they might have come back.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of teams probably saw that, and maybe thought, well, okay, like, now patching a game, if it's not ready, is the norm. Why not taking it off the store is now the norm? We put it on, we took it off.
Which is like
the problem. The problem is it's really the wrong lesson. And I don't even think Cyberpunk, I don't even think CD Projekt would say that they had fun doing that, or that was like the point. Like, they didn't try to do that. Super embarrassing. So I think it's pretty embarrassing when it happens. And unreleased is, maybe I would call it a retracted game. That
feels better because the game did unreleased implies to me that like I don't think you can unrelease something. Like, you can, they did release it, and then they took it away. It's again, like a separate folks, action.
They did hand Reggie Bush the fucking Heisman. I don't know.
Yes, we all saw it.
We all saw it. Like the guy had the Heisman, we saw it, and they go, "Well, he didn't win the Heisman anymore." Guys, we have our fucking eyeballs. Okay, like we know that this was on the store and it was out and it existed. So unreleased doesn't work. I think retracted or something is like more of a
because people saw it. People spent money on it. People played it, and then they took it away. Unreleased is like NBA Elite.
We're coming up to the rudest thing anyone's ever said to me on this thing. Great. Just by the way, just a quick little tease.
NBA Elite is the closest to a game that has been unreleased. Which is they pressed it, they shipped it, it was in stores. Some people had it, and then they said, actually, never mind, do not sell this. That game was unreleased, you know?
Do you think, this is my own Hive question for you. Do you think Andrew Bynum's legacy is already more tied to NBA Elite than his actual playing career, or are we not there yet?
I don't think that, because I know how important that guy was to kind of my personal happiness for a couple of years there. But more broadly, yeah, absolutely. But like, here's what we'll do. I can do this right now. You go to the basket
Just
chat.
do a Google. No. Okay. Yeah. No, that's true.
Does anyone?
Well, no, they don't know.
In here know anything about NBA Elite, the video game? Thumbs up or down? Yes. Thumbs up if yes. Thumbs down if no. Great. We'll report back next week.
We did also just get a photo posted by LeBron James of him working out in front of the Clippers logo.
Where is he? But it's the old Clippers logo.
It's the old Clippers logo, but why would he post that? Is he going back in time?
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Why is he doing that? Anyway,
it's the old Clippers logo. Where is he?
It's the old Clippers logo. I don't know where he is. Zayark asks, do you think we'll ever see a return to form for video games being released that are tie-ins to big movie releases that release at the same time? Or are we just down forever stuck with Fortnite skins being the closest form of video game tie-in? Looking at the Fantastic Four skins as... I never said that out loud before. Fantastic Four skins. This is great. As a recent example of this may or may not be an attempt to hear Fantastic Four skins being said on the podcast. Who can tell?
Gotcha.
Thanks, Eric. Got me.
What was the question?
Do we think we'll ever see tie-in video games? Do we ever think we'll see tie-in video games again?
Well, the biggest game in the world is of the year is Marvel Rivals. Is a tie-in game.
Yeah, but that's not really a tie-in. It's a live service game. It's a live tie-in game.
So you're saying that doesn't count? It's called Marvel Rivals.
It doesn't count.
You mean a game called Shrek 4 is what you're saying? I mean
a game called Jurassic Park World Revisited or what the fuck that do.
Jurassic Park World Revisited.
Re-Jurassic. I mean Devil Wears Prada 2 for Switch 2.
No, absolutely.
What?
A Devil Wears Prada game, except it's the Dress to Impress shit from Roblox. Except amazing. Cut that out. Except like you get real brands to do actual clothes in it. Yeah. But it is functionally just Dress to Impress. And it can be mobile, but it is called The Devil Wears Prada, and you have to put together like looks for a magazine, and then there's a feed in the game of people's magazines, and then there's a leaderboard depending on how many likes. Please cut this out.
You actually you know what's funny is that 15 seconds ago I was like, this isn't worth cutting out. And then I'm like, you actually went too far. Like, this was actually pretty good. This is actually pretty solid.
I had a video game idea.
I do think someone needs to probably get in touch, to be honest.
You can't take it. TM.
And if you get a bad outfit, Meryl Streep kills you. And it deletes
a gun
save.
Comes out of the phone and shoots you.
Yep. I actually don't think they're coming back. I think like the closest thing we'll get are just like kids.
Didn't we just
kids things?
Didn't they make a Mummy game?
Name it. No, they didn't. What movie did Mummy? What do you mean? Did they just make? What do you mean? Did they just make a Mummy game? What are you in 1999?
Googled
what
mummy.
Do you mean they just made a Mummy game? What movie? What movie or TV show recently came out? Mummy.
They just made a game called The Mummy Demastered. It came out in 2017. And
yeah, exactly.
It was for the Tom Cruise Mummy movie.
Wow. Oh yeah. I do remember that now.
So
and it actually was like kind of well received.
And it was, people liked it. So actually,
yeah, people liked it. Actually, no, that's true. But that was again 8 years ago.
That was 8 years ago. Yeah.
So I don't know if it definitely not is going to be back in the way it was in the mid 90s, like for sure.
Borderlands.
Jason asks. That's not that's not the same. Jason asks, are there any games you loved when you were a kid that you've revisited and they held up? Yeah, Mario 64. I think that holds up. I think Mario World holds up.
Yeah,
I think Mario 3 holds up.
The original Animal Crossing I played a little bit of right when New Horizons came out.
Yeah.
Or right before New Horizons came out, because I think I was excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, yeah, the game's still good.
Mm-hmm.
They got it right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think Minecraft.
yeah. Your childhood and my childhood pretty different.
So like does Minecraft still hit? Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. It does. And then Jason asks, can we please get John to say I'll do a bonus podcast this weekend real quick? It's the rudest thing anyone's ever said. It's fucking rude.
Never make a promise.
But I will do a podcast this weekend.
Wow, You're said welcome. It.
Abyssal Dision asked Drake or Ja Rule.
Damn. I think I'm gonna go with Ja Rule.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ja. What's your favorite rice, quinoa, lentils, shovable food?
Oh, just like a fucking grain I like.
Yeah.
I mean, like jasmine, like white rice, like it just kind of goes crazy. You can do it so much.
Rice kind of goes crazy.
Like it's just
rice goes crazy. I'll be honest. There's an episode of Home Movies where Benton Few.
Yep, there it is. Blippy.
Where Benton Muley, the kid that everyone hates, has Brendan, the main character, over for dinner, and Brendan's grossed out that he and his mom are eating buttered white rice.
No, that's a delicious
Here's
meal,
the thing though. Buttered white rice goes fucking crazy.
That's a delicious
it goes
meal.
crazy. So pretty much almost any interpretation of rice is good. I love a rice and an egg. Yeah. I love a rice and just like a chicken bowl.
Yep.
I love some veggies and rice. Like there's a lot of stuff you can do with rice. I just love rice so much.
Rice goes crazy.
Oh God. What's the thing you add to rice that gives it a bonus? Asks Fonk. I will make cilantro lime rice often, and it's great.
Just putting like any, you can just salt. So many people don't salt their rice.
Oh, that's insane.
Which is so nuts.
My brother-in-law, bless his heart. My brother-in-law Eric is great. Hi, Eric. You're probably not listening to this. He did come over. He's kind of like on a health kick. He's not eating sugar and really watching his stuff because he's a little bit older than me. But he's in great shape. Anyway, he did make a big vat of rice while I was at work one day, and he was like, hey, I made rice. I was like, great. Not salted.
Yeah. And like,
not salted.
Just put the fucking salt in the rice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's free. Also like a good one is rice vinegar. A little splash of that in there. And obviously it depends on what you're having the rice for.
Yeah, depends on what you're doing.
It's not a universal. Don't put rice vinegar if you're having, I don't like not you know what I mean. Whatever.
Jason asks, while we're talking food, have you made anything lately you were particularly happy with?
I had salmon in the fridge that I needed to make. And then I was like, I don't want to do anything to it. So I just tossed it in the air fryer for 15 minutes. And I like made the whole meal that I ate off of 2 times in literally 15 minutes. And I made salmon and there was gnocchi and then I like sauteed some kale. Like it was so simple, like sustenance tier. But then I was like, oh shit, that was great. Like I didn't wasn't really thinking. I just like made myself food for 2 meals.
Yeah.
When I got home from the battlefield thing, I was fucking hungry. And I was like, thank Christ I have this meal that I made the other day. Because then I ate it and was like, yummy, all of the things I need for my body.
I love that. It's a great answer. I made butter swim biscuits the other day, which are basically you don't cut butter into the biscuit dough. You just melt it into the pan and then put the biscuit dough in the pan, spread it out, and the butter will basically just get soaked up by the biscuit as it cooks. So it basically cuts what is the most annoying step of making biscuits is cutting in the cold butter and all that stuff and rolling everything.
Yeah.
They tasted great. It has a crust on the bottom and sides that is like buttery. So it's really, really good.
That sounds great.
But folks, does not have the texture
and
really
that's part
of a biscuit.
That's part of the thing for me.
It kind of has like almost a focaccia kind of thing
that's
going,
not what I want.
which is good. But when I think I want a biscuit, that's not what I'm thinking. So, but it was good. But I was also like, I don't know if I'll do this again. Pokemon are real now. What funny lizard do you pick as your own? Asks Soy Socks.
Now,
coughing.
Pokemon are no.
That's mine.
That's such a bad answer. It's an unbelievably bad answer.
I'm ready to die, guys. I'm just ready. I'm ready.
You want one that you can take with you places.
Yeah.
So that kind of is going to take out any of the ones that like, if Pokemon are real tomorrow, you're not going to be able to get on a flight with a Cyndaquil.
No.
You know, because that fucker's got fire actively coming out of his back.
Correct.
You want a guy that is either really close to an animal, like a skitty, right? Because that's just that looks like a weird cat. But you could get fucked up and you can go like with an Apom, because then it's got a big hand as a tail, and that's cool. It's a weird little monkey lemur guy. But then you don't want like a human man. You don't want a Mr. Mime or a Mime Junior, because then you have to deal with the ethics of that again, which we are not equipped really to do. Right?
Wait. We're not equipped to say you shouldn't own other men?
No,
I think we're equipped to do that.
We are equipped to do that. For sure.
Okay.
We societally
okay.
are not equipped if all of a sudden there was a class of guy that knew magic
you're right.
spells.
You're right. Yeah. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. I thought you meant us. I was like, I think we could pretty much go ahead and just kind of we can state our case on that.
No, for sure. But if tomorrow there was a second class of guys who could actively do magic spells and looked like people, couldn't talk but definitely had feelings and ideas, I think we'd be in a world of trouble. So anyway, the correct answer is you got to get a big bird that can fly you places. So it's like a Pidgeotto or a Staraptor or a Pidgeot. One of those. I think a big bird, one of the big bird guys. Or you could be a fucking clown and get a Trio. You could ride it everywhere. I think those fuckers can still learn fly.
I'd pick like an Eevee or something, just a little cute guy.
That's good. Yeah, or you just want a dog. That's the other one, right? Like you get a dog type Pokemon.
Yeah, that's one dog.
Or an electricity dog, you get a Manectric. That might go crazy.
That might, yeah.
John, what do you think a Manectric looks like? You nodded like you knew what a Manectric was.
Probably an electric dog.
It's exactly right, John. It's an electric dog.
Fucking got it. How do you spell that?
Manetric. Do you get it?
Oh, I don't want one of these though.
Dog does look like a cop.
It does look like a cop. It does look like a cop. I don't like it. It does look like a cop. I'm not a fan.
I didn't know that there was a Mega Manectric.
Mega Manectric, yeah.
Yeah, you can Mega evolve the Manectric.
Not a fan. I'm good. I'm good on that dog.
Do you like Electrike more?
Electrike?
Yeah, it's the one that it evolves from. It's a different. It's a green dog.
It's cuter. It's way cuter. Way cuter. Yeah, I'd like this little guy. This little guy's cute.
I'd take a Fanpy. Phanpy. So that's a little fucking
Fanpy's cute.
It's a little fucking elephant guy.
Yeah, he like a little elephant. He does this little like flying leap. Oh my gosh,
it's pretty good.
Really
that's
cute.
A good lizard.
He's pretty cute. It's a good lizard. Yeah, this is a good lizard. All right, just a few more questions. Chihuahua Pugs, in honor of Gliders going out soon. That's right. Thanks, Chihuahua Pugs. Favorite gaming accessory?
The glider.
No, stop it.
For a little bit, if you asked me this question last year or a year and a half ago, it would have been whatever fucking third-party Joy-Con I got that didn't hurt my hands.
Well, now the Switch 2 is out.
But now the Switch 2 is out, so it's not that.
Yeah.
The glow light was really bad, so don't say that for the Game Boy. Don't say that one because you'd be lying.
Yeah. The clip-on light, I don't have really a good answer, so this is my honest answer, is that I got so sad that I couldn't see Game Boy in the back of my parents' dark car that when I got a little clip-on light for it, I could see again. That was my favorite accessory.
That's cool. So you said a glow light anyway.
That's before they put a backlight on those fuckers. Isn't that crazy?
I was alive for that.
No, you weren't.
Okay.
You were. No, I don't know. You're right. They did suck. They weren't very good.
Well, yeah, because the problem is not that it's not that there wasn't enough light on the screen. Well, like, yes, there was. That was part of the problem.
That is
but
part of it.
The solution was not shoot light over the glass.
Light at the glass.
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
I definitely had from a Game Boy Color, I had one that attached from the top. And it flipped over, and it was like a magnifying glass. And then it had lights in the around the rim of the magnifying glass, which all that did was magnify the lights onto the thing, so it was even more illegible. So that was cool. I really liked was the question just accessories?
Yeah,
I liked my Waterfield case, like my Waterfield bags case that I had for my 3DS, which was unbelievably well made until I lost that 3DS. They still make bags for the Switch. It was like the City Slicker case. It's really expensive because it's unbelievably well made. But that was really good. I liked that.
I like a lot of the little stands I have for my Steam Deck and Switch and Retroids. Some of them have little adapters that plug into HDMI and charge them and stuff like that. Those are probably my favorite accessories right now. All right, 3 more questions. What is the best non-Metal Gear Snake game in game? Nope.
That's it.
Best non-Metal Gear Snake in games, asks Jason.
Best non-Metal Gear Snake in games. There was a Snake platformer.
Yeah.
Where you remember what that game was called? Was it Snake's Tale?
Snake Pass.
Snake Pass. I thought that game was good. It might not have been.
No, that game was good. I like that game.
Was good.
That game was good. I'm gonna say Snake Man from Mega Man 3. That's probably my favorite.
Pretty good.
Snake.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I think that's my answer. Also, got any thoughts on the death of Click to Cancel? Asks Jason. I did not see that had happened.
It's dead.
So they were going to make it easier for all of us to basically just opt out of shit really, really easily, and now that is dead. I have no thoughts otherwise, other than just like it's predictable that this happened this way, especially under this administration. Everything's going to get worse for a long time.
Yeah. That's it.
Wish I had a better answer.
Don't be surprised.
Electric Gauntlet, rounding out the entire group with, what's your favorite fictional sports media?
What that mean?
Yeah, you know what? We got bookended by two questions that needed clarification.
Like, do you mean like you mean like ESPN like 8 the Ocho? Is that what you're talking about?
You know what? Let's say yeah.
Okay, ESPN 8 the Ocho.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good gag. Like it simply is. It's a good.
It's a
gag.
Really good gag. It's a really good gag.
It's a
yeah. Yeah, I would say.
Is Pyre an answer to this question?
I think Pyre is an answer to this question. I think Necessary Roughness, which I talked about last week, is part of this question.
Yeah, it's like, is it? Oh, maybe this is a Happy Gilmore.
Maybe it's a Sandlot situation.
Did you watch Happy Gilmore 2?
I'm not. I'm not yet. I think I will, but I'm not yet.
I don't have Netflix.
I don't know if Julie Bowen's in this movie. I've seen a snippet of her.
Yeah.
And I've seen her on the press tour.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I get the sense that you might die in the first 5 minutes of this movie.
I think it's one of those.
Like, I do feel like it's something like that, which is like fine, but it's also kind of weird to, like, Julie Bowen was kind of nobody when Happy Gilmore was made, but like is not nobody now.
No. Yeah.
So it's just interesting to be like, is Julie Bowen in this movie? I don't know. Oh,
did you learn what happens to her in the flick? John, I think you can spoil Happy Gilmore too.
I just scrolled down to the cast and it just says Julie Bowen as Virginia, Happy's late wife.
Great.
So that kind of answers the question right there and then. All right, folks. Well, that's where we'll leave this episode. Thanks so much for sticking around. Another kind of long one, not 3 hours, but thanks for sticking it out for the whole time. Go to vgbs.com/join. You can also follow us over on vgbs.com on Blue Sky, and go to twitch.tv/vgbs and join us every Tuesday for Wake Up Honey. It's Tuesday, which is a wonderful streaming experience that we do every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central on Tuesday. Did I mention that it was on Tuesday?
It's on, what day is it on?
It's on Tuesday. Yeah, thanks so much. You can go to makeyouthink.club. That's Nikki's newsletter. You can go to feetlegal.com. That's where you can pre-order a glider. 100 of those babies are made and ready to go out, barring a firmware fix. So get yourself on the list to get one, I guess. Nikki, anything else you want to plug? No. Well, there's nothing else I want to plug either. So we should just get out of here. All right, folks. Thanks so much for another great week of hanging out with us. Thanks, gamers. And you know what? From Nikki, from myself, and from Virginia, Happy's late wife, keep on buzzing!
Hey.